Hi, in this video I'm going to discuss 10 handy tips which you will definitely need to pass the interview successfully. The key to success is through preparation, of course. So, are you ready? Let's see how to prepare for the interview. Tip number 1. Get as much information about the interviewer's company or project as possible. You can get this information from the company's website, position, or job description. You should understand the position requirements very clearly and be ready to discuss how your knowledge and skills can meet these requirements. Tip number 2. After you've studied the position requirements, it's time to review the most common interview questions. If you know what you're going to say, you will feel less stressed. So, it's a good idea to practice answering typical questions like, "Tell me about yourself," or "What is your major achievement?" before the interview. Think about the things that demonstrate your expertise, skills necessary for the job, and how you will speak about them. One more important point here. While preparation is important, do not memorize the answers by heart, because this will make you sound unnatural. Ready for tip 3? Take care of the technical side of things in advance. If you have a face-to-face interview, make sure you know the directions to the interviewer's office and contact details of a responsible person. If your interview is online, find a quiet place where no one will disturb you. Check that your connection is stable and your equipment is working properly. Do not use your telephone for online interviews. It's time for tip 4. Don't be late. Candidates who are late for the interview provide an extremely bad impression. If your interview is face-to-face, make sure you dress appropriately. Avoid extravagant outfits, excessive makeup, and strong perfume. The next one is tip 5. In the case of a face-to-face interview, greet the interviewer. The interviewer is likely to begin with some casual conversation to create a friendly atmosphere and make the candidate feel relaxed. So they might start the interview with, "How are you doing today?" or a short comment about the weather. Make sure you know how to react to small talk questions and keep the conversation going. Tip number 6. Listen to the questions carefully and answer them thoughtfully. Don't just give yes or no answers, because the interviewer may think that you have nothing to say or simply you do not understand English well enough. When talking about your technical skills, describe how you used them to solve a business problem. Don't forget to give specific examples. This information may help the interviewer understand if you will be able to provide the solutions they are looking for. Also, remember that the interviewer wants to hear about your contribution. So highlight your role in the previous projects, but make sure you do not give out any confidential information about past companies and/or customers. Let's move on to tip number 7. Avoid dead air, or in other words, long silent pauses during the interview. If you can't give an answer immediately, just tell the interviewer that you need some time to think. Even if you don't know the exact answer, you can tell the interviewer what steps you would take to deal with the problem. This will demonstrate your ability to think on the spot. Also, when the interviewer is talking about something for more than a minute, it's a good idea to show that you're following along. To do this, use active listening phrases like, "Right, I see, exactly, uh-huh." Tip number 8. Don't be afraid to ask for clarification. If you're not sure you have understood the question correctly, ask the interviewer to repeat the question. Almost there. Tip 9. Don't be shy to ask the interviewer some questions about the position or the future projects. By doing this, you express your interest and initiative. So it's a good idea to prepare several questions before the interview. And last but not least is tip 10. Be honest. Don't make up an answer to a question if you don't know what to say. Explain that you have never worked with this technology or tool before, but show that you would like to learn. So, doesn't this look easy? Now let's see how well you've remembered the 10 tips.